What's going on, guys? So today we're going to be doing something a little different. Now, we actually were given a pressure washer from Giraffe tools and they've asked me to test it out, so let's go and have a look. Alright, so basically it comes all assembled straight out of the box. There's no need to go and put any reels or anything together, which is actually very helpful, especially for someone that doesn't know how to do these sort of things or put this sort of stuff together. So that's one good thing that happened when I first opened the box. Now, if we come over here, we have our foam cannon that it comes with. Now, I did have a few issues with it. With the ball bearing getting stuck inside here, but I managed to clean it all out and it works fine now. Then you move over and this is your front nozzle attachment. Now you've got individual attachments here on the front of the gun and they're sitting in this nice little plastic grip here. So you've got 0 degree all the way up to 40. So depending on how big of a water jet you want coming out of the end, you can change that. And also you can change and put them wherever you want. So also, now the end of these nozzles is just a press-in fitting. So you simply push the lever back and then let go, and that's stuck in there like so. So that's also another really handy thing. There's no more screwing on different attachments or trying to twist the handle every time you want to get a wider spray. Now over to the gun. The gun is pretty generic. You just got your basic gun with your lock here down below for when you're not using it. Everything is all screw-in fittings, which is exceptionally handy. So you don't have to mess around with fittings or worrying about O-rings breaking when you're pulling stuff on and off all the time. The front one is exactly the same. You just got a small O-ring in there. All right, also on the back here, it comes with your wall mount bracket. So it's pretty simple. You just find a spot to place it, put some bolts into the wall, into the concrete, wherever you have room to put it. Then simply make sure it's level, place it on, and then the pressure washer has 2 handles each side, and then you just simply lower it straight onto the bracket, and then job done. That's how you're meant to do it. So that makes it a lot easier, and it's nice and simple. So I've already got some existing screws here that we're just going to reuse. Now, the kit did come with some I think they were plastic wall grommets, but when I went to use them, when I screwed them in, they got pulled out a little bit. So it could have been because I drilled the holes too big, but I prefer this type of bolt in the wall. The anchor bolts, they're a lot stronger and sturdier. So all you got to do is go and sit the bracket on like so. Just for the demonstration, I'm just going to use the top bolts. The bottom ones I won't put in until after. Now you just want to try and get it as level as you can. Also, it just looks a lot nicer when you make sure it's on the wall straight. And that's not going anywhere, as you can see. All right, now we simply just grab our pressure washer from the carry handles on the side and then go and install it onto the wall. There. Now you might need a bit of help because it is a bit tricky, just so you can see where the bracket is and make sure you get it lined up perfect. Now that it's all on, we can go ahead and attach our hose. Now, I've already fitted the hose tap fitting that was supplied from them. So again, it's just another press-on fitting, so hold the trigger back and then let go and it's not going anywhere. All right, so basically you got your lead or your hose and then your gun. You sit it on there like so and give it a push down so then the seal goes in there properly. And then all you gotta do is just screw that on like so. Make sure it's firm, and then that's all. Also the same with the nozzle piece attachment. Just push it onto the seal like so. Make sure the thread line is nice and smooth when you're putting it on, otherwise you've done it wrong. And then once you got it tight, hand tight as so, and that's fine. There's no leaks that come from here as well, so it's a nice proper seal and you won't have any issues. Now, to turn it on, you're gonna wanna turn your tap on first and make sure that the water pressure builds up inside the line. Then once that's done, give you a trigger a press without the power on to make sure that the water's coming out the end. And then once that's done, finally, you can switch on your pressure washer. Now, when it's turned off, that means that the water is primed inside the hind and it's ready to go. All right, so first we're gonna test out the pressure washer on a car. Now, one of my good friends has been fortunate enough to lend me his car so we can wash it.
The sun going down to the sky. All I want is to be there with a new state of mind, a place I never.
All right, now that the car is now rinsed, all you have to do is take out your fitting, sit it back in the holder, and then grab your foam cannon, and it's the exact same fitting, so just pull down the lever and then let it sit back on there. Now, there's no leaks and it's a nice firm fitting. So on the top of your foam cannon, you have an adjuster to adjust the amount of soap that you want sprayed on the car and the thickness. And then at the front, you just have a twist mechanism that simply does the width of the spray that you want from no spray at all to a very high spray, which will get a wide section of the car.
At the end of the world, there is something I can learn. Some good ideas will pop up with a new, different wind. I'm gonna let it take me to people that will trust me. I've been stuck inside my house too long. Can't stand being all alone, wasting hours on my phone. I'm ready to go now.
Now that the car's been all soaked, we'll go ahead and we'll use our 40-degree washer jet nozzle, and then we'll rinse up all the soap.
All of my dreams are now a step away. So here I am, about to explore.
All right, so now that the car has been cleaned and washed, I'll show you what each size of the nozzles does and what I mean about when I say the degree size of the nozzle. So at the moment, I've got a 0-degree nozzle on, and this is what the 0-degree does. It's a higher pressure, so you gotta be careful around paint, but it's good for cleaning certain areas. So that 0-degree is just a really fine targeted pressure. So it's good for cleaning hard to clean surfaces where, like concrete, you're not too worried. It won't take anything off the concrete, but it will give you that high pressure and allow you to clean it. Then you step up to the 15-degree size, which is a little bit wider again. It's a bit easier. You can use it on cars, but just a bit wider. So a bit wider, the pressure is a little bit less on that one as well. So as you go up in the sizes, the pressure will vary. Now this one is the 25-degree. So still good pressure, but a bit of a wider spray angle. And then finally the 40, which is what I use to rinse down the car, which gives you really good coverage, but also you still have good pressure as well. So those are the different nozzle sizes. So now that we have finished washing the car and I've showed you everything, it's easy to pack away, and I'll show you how to do that now. Right, so now that you're finished cleaning your car or whatever it is you're cleaning, you simply turn the machine off and then run the pressure until it was released from there. So it'll take a little bit for the water to run out. Might help if you turn the tap off. And then once that pressure's all released, then you can go and wind up your reel. Now, they've made this super easy with the self-tracking guide that comes on the hose. How easy is that? Now you can also change where you want your stopper to be. I've got mine at this length, so then when you're finished with your gun, you just simply put it at the back and then it sits in there like so, and there's not too much tension on the hose there, so you won't damage it or anything like that. So for those of you that don't have room to put the pressure washer inside, it is recommended that you leave it under a covered area, but just in case you don't, they also give you this bag for an outdoor protection. So all it does is it has some Velcro tabs that you stick in behind the gun or the machine. You bring it around the bottom and then just simply Velcro it up. And then now the machine is not weatherproof, but it will protect it from the weather. So then you don't have fading and the hoses don't go brittle. All right, so rundown on the pressure washer. First impressions was it was actually very handy, very practical for having around the home. You no longer have to worry about getting tangled up in the old pressure washers and dragging the machine around with you 24/7, knocking it over and just cracking the shits and having a bad time. So the ease and accessibility is really good. It mounts on the wall, it's up and out of the way. You got 30 meters of hose to play with as well, so it's perfect for if you want to go out the back and wash your pergola or wash the driveway, or even if you just have no space, you got to tuck it away somewhere far away, then you got plenty of hose to come and wash your car and do whatever you need to do with it. I would recommend to get it. It's definitely worth it for what it is. You get a whole bunch of great stuff, even from the attachment of the nozzles. Everything makes life easier. And then also the grip and being able to have the attachments right there ready to use when you got it. So it was a great product. I hope you enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for the next one and drive safe.